friends and vinyl community. It's Brian from Brian's Vinyl Records. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to show some of the new CDs and cassettes that I've picked up recently. Yeah, so I collect all the formats here. Vinyl is my preferred format to listen to, but I love CDs, especially for things that just aren't on vinyl. But I have a large collection of CDs as well. And just recently I started getting some cassettes too. Now, why did I pick cassettes? Well, nostalgia really. Cassettes are what I started with growing up. And so I just kind of, thought, what the heck? I found a cassette deck at Goodwill for, I think it was like $4. I picked it up, I brought it home. I had a couple cassettes from my old childhood days that somehow survived all the moves through college and, an apartment and then this house. And I found them in a bin one day and I pulled them out just for decorations purposes. And I popped one in and was amazed that it actually sounded really good. So I'm happy with the cassette deck that I did pick up because it does sound pretty good. And so every once in a while I'll see some cassettes on sale for really cheap, and I started picking them up. 50 cents here, 25 cents there, $1 here, whatever. I was able to just pick up some really cool pieces. And originally what I did is I just started displaying them around the room just as decoration. But then I thought, well, what the heck? I found some stuff that I can't find on vinyl, I can't find on CD. So cool, I'll listen to them on cassette. And they, they sound fine. You do get the, cassette hiss here and there, but not bad. So I just started grabbing some cassettes of albums that I really enjoy or that I really want and don't have an ability to see them on CD or vinyl a lot. So that's kind of my story with cassettes. Not my preferred medium, obviously, but I will collect them just for collectability's sake, and then every once in a while I will listen to them for fun because they do sound good. So let's start with the cassettes. There's not a lot here, but I did pick these up just the other day when I went to Down the Valley because I saw them there and I thought they were really cool. The first one is Paul McCartney's Flaming Pie. So if you know, this album is almost impossible to get on vinyl. I have not seen a CD of it available anywhere, and so I figured, why not get the cassette? Now this is getting reissued on vinyl and CD at the end of July. I do have it pre-ordered, so I will definitely be picking up a copy of that. But this one I love because it's got my favorite McCartney song on here, which is Calico Sky. It's the second to last song on track number 1, Calico Skies. And it's not available anywhere else. Now it is, you can get it on one of the live albums he just released last year, but those are expensive. And just for one song, I didn't want to pay for that. The album was only pressed the one time in 1997 or 98, and it goes for upwards of almost $200. So it's just one of those that I can't afford, but I'm looking forward to the reissue. But I saw this and I thought, why not get it on cassette? I listened to it the other day with my mom here. It sounds great, and it's just a really good album from Paul McCartney. So happy to see it's finally getting its due and getting a reissue on vinyl. The next one I found is this one here. This is Elvis Costello's Spike. Now, I had not heard of Elvis Costello's Spike album at all, but my brother-in-law saw that I had some Elvis Costello albums that I had recently picked up, and he mentioned this as his favorite Elvis Costello album because it's so different from what he usually does. And so I saw it there and I'm like, well, hell, I'll just pick this up and give it a listen to because I've not listened to it before. So I'm looking forward to listening to this from Elvis Costello. Up next, I picked this up here. This is Tracy Chapman's New Beginnings. I recently found this on CD. Super excited about that. So I have it on CD and now on cassette. This is, of course, the album that has Give Me One Reason on here, which is a great song. My duo partner and I do that when we do our acoustic sets, and just fun to have this. I have not seen this on vinyl available. So up next, we have a classic from Van Halen, and this is pretty exciting. This is Van Halen's For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge. This is the introduction I had to Van Halen. I had not heard any Van Halen. Well, I had the radio stuff, but I didn't really pay attention to Van Halen until this album came out. I love this album, and what's cool about having this now on cassette is I have it on CD, I have it on vinyl, and I have it on cassette. So all three mediums. Super excited to have found this one as well. So those are the cassette finds that I had from down in the valley when I went there. It's pretty excited to see some of those sitting there. I have a whole bunch more that I have not shown before, but they're up there in the stacks, and I'm just not interested in getting them down right now. So let's get into CDs. Let's start with this because I picked this up yesterday, and this is Bob Dylan's brand new album, Rough and Rowdy Ways. This is awesome. I really enjoyed listening to this. It's very chill, very relaxed. It's, sounds like, at times it sounds like classic Bob Dylan stuff. At other times it sounds like almost like jazzy Bob Dylan or swingy Bob Dylan. I don't want to say swing, but it has that the orchestration stuff in there, and it just sounds really good. So really pumped to have picked this up. I have the vinyl on pre-order, which I will be getting, so super pumped to have this on both mediums now. Great album. If you like Bob Dylan, you're gonna love that. Next here, these are two I got a while back, and I don't think I've shown them yet, but picked these up on an online auction. This is Great White's Twice Shy. So I now have both Once Bitten and Twice Shy on vinyl and CD, so super excited about that. And this next one is Weezer's Ratitude. So an interesting album, not their best by far, but fun nonetheless. Happy to pick that up as well. I have all the color Weezer albums, but I don't have very many of the Weezer albums that have actual titles to them. Also from that same group, I picked these up from another guy who bought them. He sent them over to me after he had ripped them to his high quality streaming system. This is Keith Urban and the Ranch. So this is Keith Urban's band before he was given a solo contract and became the country superstar he is. This is a great album. So really cool to have this one. It was hard to find on CD, and if you do, usually you pay like 12 to 14 bucks for a used copy of it. So really happy to have this one. And then the last one from that same sale is this. This is Trisha Yearwood's Jasper County. Trisha Yearwood is one of my wife's favorite artists. We have almost all of her albums that she's ever done, so was happy to add this one. This is one that we were definitely missing from the collection. Okay, next I'm going to show you a couple things that I got that were my dad's that I picked up from his place. We'll start here. This is Roy Orbison's Greatest Hits. Man, this brings back so many memories. This one played a lot when we were growing up. We had, I think, a 5-disc changer back in the day, and it would be loaded with the Beatles, and it would be loaded with Roy Orbison and things like that. So this one got a lot of play at home, and I've always looked for a Roy Orbison compilation album that had the songs that I remembered from this on it, and I just can't ever find it. They have some, but not all. But this is cool. I'm glad to have this. I also have the Roy Orbison box set on CD, which is absolutely fantastic as well. But this is what I remember all about here. Only the Lonely, songs like Crying are on here, and Blue Bayou, Dream Baby. Man, just this is what I like. So super excited to have found this in his closet and was able to bring it home and give it new life. So happy about that. The next three are one of my dad's favorite artists. We got Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas Flood. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Couldn't Stand the Weather. And this one's awesome. This is Stevie Ray Vaughan's SRV box set. This is great. It's got a lot of unreleased stuff, live tracks, things like that. Comes with a really cool booklet and a DVD live concert on it as well. So it's a 3-disc set, box set, that he really loved this. So I'm super happy to have added this now into my collection. All right, next we'll go with some stuff I picked up used. We'll start with stuff I found at the local record stores. This is Carly Simon's film Noir. This is one of those albums that I don't believe ever got a vinyl issue. So this is the only way I could get it, and I love Carly Simon, so happy to add this Film Noir album. Santana's album here, this one is Shaman. This one features Michelle Branch and The Game of Love on it. It also has Dido on here, Dido's on here, Seal's on here, Macy Gray is on here, so some really good stuff on this one. I don't think this has a reissue yet on vinyl, but I'm hoping that'll come soon because I'd love to have this on vinyl as well. And this one I'm really excited about. This is Rilo, Kiley, and it's Under the Black Light. This is one of those albums that costs a fortune to get on vinyl. Hasn't had a reissue lately, so hoping that we'll see that come. And it's a really good album. So if you like Jenny Lewis or Rilo Kiley, this was cool. I was happy to find this for $3 and add that to my collection. The next set of vinyl here are stuff that I picked up from the local Goodwill. So our Goodwill has CDs at 99 cents a piece, and I went there yesterday and found a whole bunch of great stuff. I found a bunch of stuff that I was able to replace. As you might know, I had a flood back in 2014 that destroyed, I believe it was somewhere around 70 or 80 CDs. The artwork was just destroyed on them. And so I've been slowly going to Goodwills and finding those albums in replaceable condition. So here, I did replace a bunch of those, but here's the stuff I got that I didn't have before. This is Mary Chapin Carpenter, and this is Stones in the Road, which features her hit song Shut Up and Kiss Me on it. This album is really, really good. So Mary Chapin Carpenter is, again, one of my dad's favorite artists, and so really excited to have found this, and I played this one the other day, and it's absolutely great. The Barenaked Ladies Stunt. So this one has 1 week on it, oh, I can't tell by the names of the songs, but this is a great album. This one got a reissue on vinyl recently. I did not pick it up, unfortunately, but happy to have the cassette or CD here. How about this one? This is The Best of Stevie Nicks, Time Space. Happy to have this one on CD as well. We've got Jewel Spirit. Love Jewel stuff, so super happy to have that. Oh, this is a blast from the past. Arrested Development. This is 3 years, 5 months, and 2 days in the life of. Features the song Mr. Wendell on it, which my son got a kick out of. I have the vinyl single of that song, and I put it on one day, and he literally is on the floor laughing, hearing that introduction with the yeah, and he couldn't stop saying that for like 2 days. He just absolutely got a kick out of it. So I'm happy to have picked this CD up. So when I put that on, he'll have a blast with that. Boys to Men. This is their second album, I believe, Boys to Men 2. This one features what is it? On Bended Knee, a remake of the song Yesterday, I'll Make Love to You. So just a really good album from Boys to Men. Picked up this. It's a single of Mariah Carey's Heartbreak song. Figured I'd pick that up. We got Seal. This features A Kiss from a Rose on it, and just a fun album. I remember that when I was growing up. That was a big deal. My wife likes this artist, so I picked this up for her. This is Laurie Morgan's Watch Me. A great tune. Country artist. I was shocked when I found that I didn't have this in my collection because I love this album a lot, and I have the cassette and I have the vinyl. I swore I had this on CD, but then I remember back that I actually bought it on cassette when it first came out, and so thus I only have the cassette and the vinyl. So now I have it on CD. This is Billy Joel's Stormfront album. Of course, We Didn't Start the Fire on here. I Go to Extremes is on here. This is a really, really good Billy Joel album. It was from 1989. So just really great stuff. I picked up this one here. This is R.E.M's Automatic for the People. And last but not least, I picked up Tanya Tucker's, Fire to Fire. I don't know this one, but I like Tanya Tucker, so looking forward to giving that a listen. All right, so that's everything here. Those are the CD and cassette updates that I have for you this time around. If you enjoy this video, let me know. I would be happy to do more of these in the future. I don't buy CDs and cassettes as often as I do vinyl, so they would be sporadically done here and there when I start to build up a stack, but I'd be happy to do more of them if people are interested in them, because it's all about sharing the music in the community, and even though we're a vinyl community, we're also a music community, so let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to continue doing a series of updates on my CD and cassette finds, because I'd be happy to do that. I'd be happy to do a video showing you the cassettes that I have currently. I couldn't do the CDs. I have over 1,000 of those. That would take forever. So we'll keep updates on those. But if you want to see the cassette collection I have, I'd be happy to show that as well in a video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button below. Like I said, leave a comment. Love to interact with everybody and love to hear your opinions on showing CDs and cassettes in the vinyl community as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, and until next time, I guess at this point, just push that play button. We'll see you.